Hey folks, this is Kalani. We're 2 weeks away from the last major patch of this expansion, so we're really getting into crunch time when it comes to getting all caught up and making sure we're as prepared as we can possibly be. I guess it helps and hinders that we're at the end of the year. Between the Christmas holidays and the New Year, we're all sure to be super busy, and then also not really all too busy at all. Well, if you're looking to spend a bit of time in Azeroth this coming week, and you're a little behind with some of your reputation grinds, I might have something interesting to share with you. This week, there is a massive reputation bonus for World Quests specifically. I know that comes around once every however many weeks, but right now we have the special anniversary bonus for reputation to add on top of that. So it's like the super rare occasion when the Dark Moon Fair crosses over with the World Quest event, except it's actually a bit better. The anniversary event buff will continue to provide you with an extra 15% reputation from all sources until it ends on January 7th. That gives us just shy of 2 more weeks for the fastest rep grinds, but the weekly event is really what you want to take advantage of this weekend. It's the gap between Christmas and New Year's, so typically it's also a bit of a gap in busy scheduling. You can use this downtime to get caught up with various reputation requirements in record speed. The 50% extra rep for this week only counts towards World Quests, so it does have some limitations on it, but for everything else, like the Emissary rewards, you'll still get the 15% from the anniversary. World Quests are vital for any Battle for Azeroth reputation grind, so if you've been behind on anything in BfA, this is the week to get caught up. It's never going to get better than this. 65% extra reputation earned from all World Quests completed and 15% from everything else. It's a rep farmer's dream come true. There are quite a few reps at different levels that you might want to get ticked off your list before patch 8.3 comes around, so if you have some free time this weekend and you just can't find anything to fill it, hop on WoW, smash out some world quests and earn a good chunk of rep for your trouble. Your future self might just thank you because rep farming right now is worth so much more than it usually is, so you're cutting your grinding time down quite a lot. Let's have a look at some of the different requirements you might want to get out of the way while this event lasts. The first reputations you might want to focus on are the main ones for patch 8.2. The Nazjatar reps, that's the Unshackled for the Horde or the Ann Cohen for the Alliance, are important because they're tied to all sorts of rewards, but most importantly they're required for some essences. If you want to get the rank 3s of those essences before patch 8.3 goes live, you're going to need to get to Exalted with those reputations. But patch 8.3 will actually be changing the requirements. For rank 3s of these essences you will only need to get to Revered, which cuts your rep farm down considerably. That's 21,000 reputation that you just don't have to get. If all you want to do is prepare for 8.3, you can happily stop at Revered with the Nazjatar factions, and then when patch day finally rolls around, hop on over to Nazjatar and buy up all the goodies you've been waiting for. The Nazjatar rep essence isn't super great for most DPS classes, and by the looks of things it isn't receiving any major changes to make it more worthwhile next patch, so this one may be something you're okay skipping over, depending on what role you play. I know healers and tanks get a bit more out of that essence. I would still check out the rep vendors in Nazjatar to see if you want to get anything else though. Mecha GaN is another area that you'll want to focus on this weekend. The Rustbolt Rebellion is a very important reputation to get for a few reasons, and they're one of the reps that benefit massively from this week's event. The majority of your rep gains come from a single world quest available in Mecha GaN every day. Right now with these bonuses, that one world quest will give you about 1400 reputation without any other factors or bonuses like being a human. That's actually insane given how much time and effort this world quest takes. If there's ever a time to work on the Rustbolt Rebellion, it's right now. This rep is required for an essence just like the Nazjatar reps, but this one is arguably way more important. I think across the board, the Mecha GaN essence for each role is one of the better ones on offer, the one from the reputation at least. The DPS get the Purification Protocol, which might end up being one of the best essences for the upcoming patch because it deals extra damage to aberrations. Patch 8.3 is all about the Void, and shock horror, that means we're probably going to be fighting a whole bunch of aberrations. If you don't have that essence yet as a DPS because you're behind on reputation, this is the perfect time to catch up. The Healing Essence is the Well of Existence, which is proving to be a strong option for all types of content, and the Tanking Essence is the Nullification Dynamo, the best option for any magic intense encounters or dungeons. These are all essences that you'll want in your arsenal regardless of class or role. You'll need the same reputation level as the Nazjatar reps for rank 3s, so if you want to get them before 8.3 goes live, you need to hit Exalted. And then if you're okay just waiting for 8.3 to go live before picking them up, like I will be on my mage, you can stop at Revered and get them all after the patch hits. The cost for all of these essences will also be reduced with the patch as well, so it might just be waiting no matter what. We're only a couple weeks away at this point anyway. If you're on the Alliance side, you might want to keep pushing your Rust Bolt Rebellion up to Exalted though. One of the new allied races being introduced with patch 8.3 is the Mecha Gnomes. The two requirements to unlock this race are completing the Mecha GaN storyline and getting Exalted with the Rust Bolt Rebellion. If these tiny tinkerers are a race you're interested in playing in 2 weeks, take advantage of the bonuses right now to kick your rep farming into overdrive. The other allied race being introduced in 8.3 is the Pyrrha. They have very similar requirements to unlock them. You'll need to finish the Voldenai storylines and get Exalted with the Voldenai faction. That's probably something most Horde players have ticked off at this point, but if you've been swapping characters a lot, skipping over your world quests for the past year, or if you took an extended break for most of BfA, or maybe you're joining us for the first time, you might be a bit behind on some of these old reputations. The Voldenai is more important than the rest of them right now if you're wanting to play a Fox in 8.3, so I would focus on that for the time being, especially if you have limited time to play. The 50% and 15% bonuses will count towards any and all world quests you complete in the Vol'dun zone, while the 15% will also bump up any emissary quests you can complete between now and January 7th. Even if you're significantly behind right now, you might be able to make it to Exalted before the patch hits if you clear the Vol'dun zone of world quests every day. And if you're caught up with all of these reputations, Exalted with every BfA faction, Exalted with the Mecha GaN and Nazjatar factions, if you have all of the rewards and all of the essences you want, you can still benefit from the extra reputation. Paragon Boxes, that's when you hit 10,000 rep after Exalted and earn a new box of goodies from the reputations, are always an amazing source of resources, especially artifact power. If you're someone who really wants to get ahead of the game when the patch goes live and you want to rush to level 75 on your Heart of Azeroth to get that extra minus slot, Paragon Boxes are going to be huge. You can save them up right now and hand them in when the patch goes live, but you'll have to get all of that reputation first. You have a few days left to take advantage of the 50% bonus from world quests, and about a week after that with the 15% extra from the anniversary. That's a lot of potential rep towards another Paragon box, so no matter who you are or what state your reputations are in, have a look at what you could benefit from farming rep this week. Chances are there's going to be at least something. And then another reputation grind that might have slipped past you for a while is the Worgen and Goblin rep grind. Both of these races will be able to earn new heritage armor in patch 8.3, but you'll need to be Exalted with your home factions. That's Gilneas for the Worgen and the Bilgewater Cartel for the Goblins. This one is super simple. Just grab a tabard from the faction quartermaster in your city, usually they're by the flight paths, and go farm up old world dungeons. The Burning Crusade has some good rep farming dungeons for the home city factions, and while the 50% bonus won't help you here, the 15% from the anniversary will. It's probably not super high on anyone's priority right now, but it's something else you can do to take advantage of the rep bonuses if you find yourself getting really bored. This crossover is the last major rep bonus we'll see for quite a while. The World Quest event only lasts until next reset, and we won't see the event again for nearly 2 months. The anniversary bonus will disappear after January 7th, and that's the single largest bonus we get each year. Even if you're not able to take advantage of the super week that we have right now, you should take advantage of the anniversary event while it lasts. There really is no time like the present, if you can find the time as we head into the new year. It's worth noting that we will see one last hoo-ha in the final days of the anniversary event. There's a very short window, 2 to 3 days long in the first week of January. The Dark Moon Fair arrives in town on the 5th, which will provide you with an extra 10% rep gains, and the anniversary event will overlap with that until it ends on about the 7th. That's the very last good rep bonus we'll see before the patch, so if you're a little bit behind when that week starts, now you know there's another chance to squeeze every drop of rep out of your activities. Just one more before 8.3, and then we'll all be enjoying visions, horrific visions in the new raid tier. Exciting. And that's it for this video. Are there any reputations that you're racing to get caught up with? Maybe the Rustbolt Rebellion for some of those awesome essences, or maybe the Voldenai for the Vulpera requirements. Personally, I'll be working on the Voldenai because somehow I've managed to completely neglect that reputation on all of my characters. I guess swapping around different tunes each raid tier hasn't helped in that regard, but now I have a solid goal to work towards. How about you? Leave all your thoughts in the comment section below. A big thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon. You can see their names floating by on screen. If you want to join these lovely guys and gals, you can find a link in the description below. Remember to leave a like just below the video before you leave. If you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. But apart from that, thanks for watching folks, good luck and have fun, and as always I will see you next time.